Ladies and gentlemen, our groom Jonathan would like to say a few words. Let's give him a round of applause.
I was very nervous, but after John's kayak joke, I think I'm safe. Last night, in bed, I was actually sharing a room with my mum and dad, and it was their anniversary, so I was up a lot. No self-control. And I was thinking about the wedding. Well, I wasn't thinking about the wedding actually, I was thinking about this speech. It was never a worry to me about getting married to Lizzie. That's something I wanted to do for ages. The worry was this speech. I'm very nervous, so please be patient with me. Please laugh at my jokes, you've done well so far. Keep it up. Right, I'll skip that one. So that one there's not very good. Right. My job is to say thanks. So there are a lot of people to thank, so it might take a while. I actually want to start with all you guys here for coming, because it really wouldn't have been the same day without you. In fact, it's fair to say you're the most important people here. So other than myself and Lizzie. Actually, the bridesmaids as well, and well, the best man obviously. Actually, you're not as important as the ushers either, thinking about it. Close family more important, obviously. We all need feeding, so thanks to the waiters, they were quite important. Apart from those people, you're definitely the most important today. And I actually want to move on to something I briefly said there, to thank the staff here, especially our wedding coordinator Sharon over there, and Andre, who's helped out today as well. I think they've been fantastic. All the waiting staff, people setting up and sorting everything out. It was really, quite a difficult time really, because there's so much on, but it was actually quite easy, and that was because of you guys, so thank you. I got a little story actually about when we visited Sharon. It was very boring, to be honest. Lizzie was talking about what she wanted to do with the wedding, like where this wanted to be and that, and I had little interest. So I was looking around and nodding every now and again. And I glanced down, and there in front of me was the next piece on the agenda. How should we fold the napkins? And I have to say, true story, it's without doubt the favourite part of this bit. Thank you very much. Now I want to thank Andrew, who's actually not here, who is our pianist today. Exceptional pianist. I think he made a huge difference. We just said we want this song, this song, this song. He played it exceptional, so thank him. And also thank the band, who pretty much the only thing I was responsible for. Thanks for getting me out of that. Especially Tom actually, because he arranged the music for us, and they spent a lot of time on that. Also special thanks to my dad, actually, because he kept the trombone played down. Well, reasonably down. Okay, right. What's next? Sue and John. Oh, wait, hang on. This is, okay, right. We want to thank Sue and John, not just for the cash. Well, that did help, but it made me feel part of the family, and that actually goes to Dave, Richard, Joe as well. I'm not very good at meeting new people. I'm quite shy. I'm nervous around people. I'm just very grateful that you've persevered with me. I still don't understand much of John's jokes, to be honest.
I'll second that.
But despite that, they've been brilliant, an example, we've already mentioned being like being in the hospital and stuff. First of all, the only time I ever eat vegetables is when I'm renting our house, so I know my mum's grateful for that. And also, being in Oxford, there was one occasion where I had to go to the doctors every day for 2 months. They took me every day because I wasn't able to walk, so massive thanks.
Washing machine.
You essentially paid for that, so. Genuinely couldn't ask for better parents. I'm going to concentrate on my mum first, because they say you choose your partner similar to your mother. You know, she swears, she farts, she burps. Lizzie's nothing like that. Good visitors. When I was in Oxford, every day they must travel thousands of miles. It's Oxford Swindon. Don't think it's huge, man. When you're doing it every day for months on end, it absolutely is. I know it made them essentially ill. There was one occasion when the doctor came in and asked me to get off the patient's bed when my mum was saying. They literally, my mum would be in there in the morning, my dad would come in, my mum would leave, they never saw each other, and that's. You could say, you know, the parents, they do that, but they don't. It's beyond what you needed to do. So thank you very much. I think I could genuinely say I wouldn't be here without you. No, I'm specifically onto you now, with my dad, when I went to university, there was obviously lots of temptations and that sort of thing. So I didn't know what. I'm a kid, I don't know what's right or wrong. So I genuinely said in my head, if I think Dad would do this, then yes, fine. If Dad wouldn't do it, it's not fine. I didn't use a bum because I never do anything. And yeah, I think that's certainly what to be like. So, right, okay, what's next? Okay. I need to almost apologise for this next one because it had to be read. I wrote this weeks ago, long before I knew anything about today. In fact, I'm actually going to read this one out. Weeks ago. Don't the bridesmaids look lovely? Wedding fairs I had to go to 2 or 3, too many, 2 or 3 too many. And these guys, they sometimes took my place and went with Lizzie. I know they had to have lots today, and it meant I watched a hell of a lot of football last season. Very appreciative of that. I think, to be honest, that's toast. So, raise your glasses to the bridesmaids. Bridesmaids. Hold on, John. I'm still speaking.
Sit down, Lizzie.
Okay, I should start. Take them on my way. Russell. So, good old friend of mine until he married my sister. But we made up, and I have to say, looking at Hannah and Russell and Sophia, she looks directly at me. What fantastic parents they are. With the example of them and my parents and Lizzie's parents, I hope one day we can be great parents too. And I'm sure with all those examples we can't help. Tom. Thank you. Tom, my brother. I don't see him enough, but we always get on really well whenever we do. And this is genuine, and I've never said this before. And it's completely the wrong way around, but I've always thought when I grow up, I want to be like Tom. He's the younger brother. He's funny, he's obviously talented, as you saw today with his composition of the music and his play. He's bright, but he doesn't take any injustice either, and a fantastic person who is proud to have you by my side today. Right, you need to sit down because I'm about to talk about it. Right. Biggest thanks has to go to Lizzie, not just for marrying me, but the effort she's put in today, because it has mainly come from her. I've done nothing. I picked the cake, and in fact, I'm just going to go off my cards for a second. I did some research on cake. It was literally the only high-profile job I was given. Similar to a wedding dress, really. The reason you have a white cake is because of the angelic features of the bride. As you can see, I've got a cream one. Right, Lizzie, I know there's some work colleagues over there, and Lizzie's very dedicated to work. When she's at work, she's at work. When she's at home, she's thinking about work. But that's one of the things I love about her, because that dedication is a dedication to me, really, and I know often I don't deserve it. When we're at work, I'll ring her every now and again and talk to her if I'm bored, which I'll She never does that to me, because she is at work. But once I was in a meeting with my manager, I got a text, said, "Call me ASAP." I said, "Jane, manager, Lizzie just texted me, I think someone died." It never happens. She goes, "Yeah, I know, right, go and sit down, take your time, don't worry about the meeting, we'll sort it out later." So I give her a ring. She goes, "Hi, Lizzie, my boss next, how can I help?" Genuinely how she asked me. Anyway, I thought, hang on a minute, she sounds a bit cheery, what's going on here? Well, I've just spoken to the wedding stationery lady, and for the central card names, I was just wondering, genuine, do you want the font in black or dark grey? I told her where to go. And as you can see, she went black. Right, this is the bit where I'm like all wax lyrical and say how much I love Lizzie and all of that. And I do, don't get me wrong, but I'm not very good at the romantic stuff, to be honest. So I thought I'd hide my emotion in rhyme, and I've written a poem.
Oh my God!
Oh, no, don't clap yet.
Right. Let's say it to you. When you walked in through the door, and indeed my life, I never thought this was the girl who would become my wife. But as I got to know you, both the good and bad, I knew at once I loved you. Pav thought I was mad. With a smile and a wink, soon I had you cooing. Then I had to introduce you to Clive and King, and of course the euphonium parts I would often sing. Still, despite all my quirks, which I thought you won't stand, you simply took a great big breath, then you held my hand. Through my many trips to Oxford to see my favourite nurse, I often thought to fall for me must be some kind of curse. And I've been trying to clip like that. But you just kept on fighting, and you always seemed so strong. I knew you had to be my wife. There was no way I was wrong. So off we go cruising. A surprise I had for you. A ring was in my carry case. I hoped you never knew. At the island of Santorini was where I asked for your hand. I didn't have a box of doves or a marching band. All I had was helmet hair after our quad ride. And a diamond in my pocket that I hope you like. So I found a special place by a graffiti wall. I've never been a romantic man, just a hopeless fool. I went to get on one knee, then I hurt my leg. The way this proposal was going, I thought I'd have to beg. Next I asked a question, stuttering over my words. In the corner of my eye, I noticed some dog turds. This is emotional for me. Despite finding the worst parts of a beautiful place, I knew when I asked you by the expression on your face that your answer was authentic, you said it from the heart, that you would never leave me till death do us part. So as I stand before you, seeing the rainbow to my storm, my hope, my inspiration in angelic form, I promise as these people witness what I say, that my adoration is not just for today. Some days will be tricky, some will be great fun. If I ever make you mad, please don't ever run. But whatever happens in our lives ahead, one thing on this special day simply must be said. When you're ever happy, or if you need my care, I will stand beside you. I promise I'll be there. We are now united, not in a Manchester way. From Monday through to Sunday, and through night on today. Whatever has today begun, I could not ask for more. I'm just glad all those years ago, you walked on through my door. Nice one about you. Those you went to school with, all those of you from Leicester will know Pav. First of all, we've got a great stag do, so everyone that went from Degree. It's tricky for him again because of health issues. It wasn't like a standard stag do, and him and indeed all the guys really accommodated that for me, and I really appreciate it. I know, having organised a couple of them in the past, what a pain they are to do. So thank you very much, Pav. And I know what you're thinking. I haven't just picked Pav because we're an equal opportunities wedding. I'm actually quite limited on what I can say because I made a pact when I was about to be my best man that I would remember his new wife is here and he would remember my grandma's here. I know Pat's got a few stories, sticky beef, car crashes, it's all coming out. One thing I will mention briefly, it's no coincidence that before we didn't know each other too well, we did quite well at GCSEs. When we got to know each other, failed miserably our own. So despite ruining each other's futures, I am happy to still have you stand next to me, best man today. And despite messing each other's lives up, I think we've both done quite well, Cynthia and Lizzie. So, quite well, maybe. Try harder next time. So one final toast. I don't think this is customary really, but I would like to toast Pav, best man. It's been exceptional help today.
Aw.
Many things. Oh yeah. That's it really anyway, so now I'm going to pass you on to Harry. I believe he's going to do a little speech himself.